Boss here. He's back. Well, I'm gonna put you in the corner here. So, what's going on? I wanted to go over something important. I had already done it because I kind of had to redo these. I'm redoing this. Hold on, let me get some light up in here. There we go. So you should be putting out, depending on your gathering speed or what node you are on, you should be putting out your gathering stuff right now. And so it happens to be right next to me. Look who's the vice president is. That's me, baby. Let's go. Daddy got the vice presidency. Construction and research. Let's go. Anyway, let's do this. So we have X marks the spot. Let me go over this and the importance of it. So I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of the alliance recognition and the gathering. But as you can see, this tells me I have 8 hours left. It is 1 something here. So reset is at 7 o'clock my time for me, but Mars time, it's different. I don't know. Mars time, we're like 6 hours in, or 5 hours away, or little less than 6 minutes and 41 seconds. So this is 2 hours behind, which I'm okay with, because look how big that is. That's going to be a large haul in, and that's what this is what it is. Your very first day is gathering, people. So let me just go over some things with the gathering, and maybe it might help you out. As you can see, I already have this guy out, this guy out. I did that one because it's gonna come back in time. See, as you can see, it's timed right at the little bit less than, because it says 6 hours and 20 minutes, right? So we have 6 hours and, or a little less than 6 hours. Yeah. So it's going to come back, right at that jail time. Now, I tell people to completely finish the stuff. Now, for a 5-1, something that's like level 5 or better, it takes me about 12 hours. So 12 hours, you should have already put your stuff out already. Hold on 1 second. I'm doing it with my other account now. I should do it on that one, but I want to do it on my main account. So that's going to be 13 hours. Oh, shoot. So I forget. Having multiple accounts, you forget a lot of things. One of the things I forgot, or keep failing to remember, is not all gathering times are the same. So you have to use the different nodes, and then you can go out and send it out to a bigger one, because then that time, in between that time, you have like progression. So instead of having them all going out at the same time and all coming back, I started with one, which I started yesterday, or I guess not, well, yesterday for me, but not Mars time. But anyway, I planned it out to where at least I'm gonna get a whole bunch, that big huge node, right, in 8 hours and 8 hours and roughly about 30 minutes, right, or a little bit more. And then when it comes out, I know it takes 19 hours from that point. So I use that one, which that one doesn't even have the gear on it, and it still gets 12.2. Then when that one is done, and then my other ones that have the real good gear, I'm gonna take that on. Here, I'll show you the gear. Or I just might buy I can't put the gear on now while it's out. Gotta go through here. As you can see, I'm getting my upgrades ready. So you'll see nothing but these boxes here, and those boxes are just representation of they're not the They're not the crystal ones. They're not the crystal buildings where you have to use your crystals, like, you know, right here, like this is the crystal building, this is the crystal building, this is a crystal builder, this one's a crystal builder, this one's a crystal builder, you know what I'm saying? This one is high. I speed this one up automatically because it's going to be a day build. So you got to have everything. There's a plan for it. There's a rhyme or reason. You got to get it organized. Once you get organized with your shit, you'll be able to realize, oh, okay, I just got to follow the parameters, right? So it's super easy, it's super simple, because if you stay structured and you stay motivated that way, you're going to stay that way the whole time. If you learn these traits now, if you learn how to budget and then only do certain time periods, if you can avoid upgrading right away, because really, who are you upgrading for? Yourself. That's the only person you're upgrading for. Who's going to say, oh, you haven't upgraded today? Nobody does that to you. Alright? This game is at your own pace. So, alliance recognition. I never stop doing these. And the reason why is because this is for gathering. And that's always going to be on Monday. Right? Look at this. You know what's funny? I noticed this probably about 3 weeks ago when I started messing around with this. Your first day is gathering, right? What's the next day after gathering? Construction. What's the next thing after construction? What's the next thing after research? Go figure. Isn't that weird? And then you have what? Thursday. And what's this? Friday. So you can tell that this game is organized, right? It has a pattern. There's nothing different. It will not change if you follow the patterns. So the day before, or in this case, I'm always constantly rolling this one up because these smaller ones, look. And I mean, you could do 2 systems. And I'm going to show you both. This right here, you're going to need the gears. That's what I spent my money on, is putting these gears together, because I'm trying to gauge. And I think I have just enough to get these all done with that. But as they grow, you see the percentages. So for your point drivens, meaning you get more points for doing the same shit. So if you, I have to get my trucks and da-da-da. I did that myself. And I'm going to tell you right now, unless you spending some money, you better get your ass in here. I'm just being honest. Telling you the truth. Now you could be, if you got the money to burn, man, do it. That's why I play 2 systems. I have a paid strategy and a free strategy. The paid strategy would be, obviously you would have more gems than I have right now. Obviously you're going to need those. And then you jam that shit out. You know, you have the resource, you have everything. And once you have everything and you accumulate your gems for the week, look, so like platinum, for instance, I'm pretty sure this is what he does because I've been following what he's purchasing. He purchases things that are going to help him grow fast, and so he's purchases them before, like this right now. He's purchasing all the good stuff he needs, right? He's planning his shit out, man. He's well organized, and so and I'm going over people that are our number 1 and 2 guys that are kicking ass all the time. They doing it. And I follow people. I'm like, okay, well, let me see what they're purchasing. Oh, I'm going to go and get that too. Oh, you getting that? Oh, I'm going to get that too. Oh, you buying that? I'm going to buy that too. So So you can't lose if you're following the clues. You know? Oh, that was good. You can't lose. Oh man, I like that. Cause I've never heard that before. Have you? You can't lose if you follow the clues. Yeah, you can't lose if you follow the. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. Anyway, can't lose if you follow the clues. I love it. Anyway, so right now, there's two ways of thinking about this. Now, some people, like, the only reason why I'm getting these done now is because once the time period, I'm gonna be able to speed them up, and I'm gonna use I use these right here, only these two, to upgrade because of how much time it takes now. Because when the event pops off, I'm gonna be messing around with these 6. What that means is I'm gonna be speeding them up. I'm messing with those, speeding them up. But then I have these going at all times until I got them maxed out. Then I'll do the same to this, right? And then move forward until these are all gone. So I could go across the line now and do the 5, 5, 5. So that's what I do. I upgrade these so that way I can do this one next, depending on what I want to do. This one next, this one next, this one next. I can go across, or you can do top and bottom because I can do 2 at a time. So there's so many different ways you can do it. I'm not gonna say there's a right or wrong way. All I know is if you're gonna speed them up, it don't matter. if you got the speed ups to get it done, then you want to buy those speed up packs. If you're the type of person that's gonna spend some money on the day of the event, speed that shit up, buy those speed ups. You can do it that way. A lot of people do, and that's how you can get more points. At the end of the day, look at that. Your points will go up to 100%. So some people say, well, why don't you just speed that up all the way to get to... I'd be like, you damn right. But if you spread them out, you'll still get these points. Now I get 20%, right? These are all going to be 20%. So the strategy is not necessarily get one done. It's get one high enough to where you get a certain amount of points so you can stay ahead of the pack, right? But then you can score points during the offsetting. But it's very important that you get this done right here. Well, first of all, see, this is all gathering speed. Look, gathering load 20 more %. So you're going to need that for training troops. So the more troops you can train at the same time, this will speed up your process of that. March speed. Everybody needs march speed. This right here, this gives you 100 extra points or percentage plus. So when you are scoring your points, you're going to get 100% more. So if you get 100, you're going to get 200 now, right? This opens up your 4th and 6th chest. But this right here is very important, obviously. You have to get this done. If you get this done, this will help you. You're going to get 50% more speed on stone and wood. And this one is for coin gathering and electricity. I never really gather electricity just because other people do it. And I got a level 6 raider, baby. Tapping those cheeks. Anyway. So it's very important to get up in here, start getting into this research, so you can get to the very back ones, right? Like this. Look at that. That's what I want. Double the rewards. But look at the gold. Look at that. You're gonna be here all day. Like I can only use that twice right here. See? So that's the reason why you wanna make sure you get the little stuff. That way you can start saving up for the big stuff. If you're trying to compete and be at the top end of the levels, I understand there's a lot of people that will say, oh, you just spend money to win. No. Some people are spending the money so they don't look like shit. No offense to anybody who's at the bottom. But hey, everybody's different in life. I personally believe, you know, when you're offsetting all kinds of different scenarios in your mind, at this point I can do one at a time because I have enough. This is what I love about rating. You're able to take stuff and, you know what I mean? But I do need them chips. Alright. Because I believe the incentives are the same. Let's check something one last time. So the arms race is similar to what you're going to need to do, so in case you forget. So you can look at the scheduled times. There's also a little thing that I like to do in the middle of it, especially when you're on your gathering mission. But when it's hero initiative, that's just, I'm waiting to use my heroes for stuff, especially if the season's going to end. So our season is about to end here in 3 days. So, season over. So, capturing ruins will not grant season points when the season is over. So, when the season is over, right? How long do we wait? I'm pretty sure they're gonna have us wait a couple, I don't know. A lot of the experienced people say that it could be a couple days afterwards, but you'll still have your alliance deals and stuff. But then once the season starts back up, that's when all the other like groupings of other folks that are waiting. Let's say there's people that are ahead of us. They might be waiting for us right now, right? And so they're waiting for us to season in, and we might be pushed forward. Or you might be at the head of that season where, you know, let's say it chops off after 8, right? I think that's what it is. I'm not quite sure. I'm just making up numbers. But let's say there was groups of 8, and that just makes sense depending on how many people are playing, and it also has to do with how many active planets there are. Because if there's a planet that's not very active, like, some people should die. Like, some people, depending on your leadership, will kill off a planet super quick. They just clap those cheeks all the way through and take out everybody's resources, and people will quit. Especially if they're not going to spend any money. And they got people who spend money that come across you and they just annihilating you, which I don't like doing. I do love going to somebody else's planet and taking their goodies, but I don't like to do it here. I mean, I do it here, but not as much. At the beginning, I was getting that. Daddy was getting it in. But the season is about to end. So, the only thing we have to do is the alliance duel, people. So let's go. So, you should put out your stuff for gathering. Your peeps should be out gathering. And now you just sit back and chill. This is the only one you don't have to actually do anything right away. I hope that makes sense. I hope that works out for you. This is K-Boss. And I'm out.